Chan, I want to officially welcome you to the jump group at Georgia State University. This weekend was your first attempt at jumping. I know you haven't jumped in a couple years, but you didn't look bad at all. I was quite impressed. Now, when we go into the rest of the season, the competitions are going to get a little steeper. The competitors will be a little bit better, but I think, based on what I've seen, I think you're going to be a factor that nobody counts on, and we'll welcome you aboard the jump group, and we look forward to working with you next week. Chandra, this is the moment I want you to take the time to become a student of the sport. Now, this is where we're going to start bridging the gap. As I start telling you and talking to you about it at practice, now you'll be able to see it and hopefully you'll be able to apply it. The better and the more comfortable you become at applying some of the techniques that we've been discussing, the higher your jumps will become automatically. And there's no doubt in my mind that you will jump 5, 10, 6 feet if we can get you comfortable with increasing your speed going into the bar. So we will see you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week, and I look forward to working with you. We'll talk to you soon. I just want to kind of review what happened this weekend. I think overall you had a really good meet. I think some of the things that we talked about applying at the top, you're able to do it a couple times. Now, the next step is to work on the consistency of what you're doing on the top, as well as getting a little bit better runway. Now, what I want you to do is take a look at the video. Look at where you start on the runway and look where you take off. That can be detrimental sometimes with big jumps. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on your mechanics, and we're going to also work on increasing a little bit more at the end with the sweeping action. But overall, pretty good meet. I look forward to seeing you next week. We will compete on Wednesday. I will be at the track on Tuesday, and I will be on the track on Monday, actually. So have a good week, and we'll see you. Goodbye. Shay. Okay, overall, it's a rough start, but great finish. Great finish. So, the next step is we got to make sure that you're working on your mechanics. You got to put yourself in a good position to jump. And you're going to have to start using the double arm technique in order to further your jumps. If you want to be a 40 plus foot jumper, you're going to have to use those arms. You've got the skill, but now this is the time to start incorporating some of the technical aspects that we've been working on all year, and also getting you a little bit more comfortable with the jump, your approach. If you take a look at your approach, I broke it down a couple times where you're really taking these long strides going into the last 4 steps, which is the critical zone, if you remember me using that term. And when I say critical zone, this is where you've got to position your body to take the jump. Then when you're taking off, you can't stop your free leg. You got to go for the ride. You got to get your body up and tall and use those mechanics and all the energy that you've developed down the runway, the horizontal velocity, to carry you up and up in a tall position so you go for longer rides. As soon as you get comfortable with that, Shay, 40 plus feet is in your future. So anyway, I'll see you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. We'll talk to you soon. Goodbye. Shannon, hey, I want you to take a look at your sprint mechanics this week. For some reason, that right foot is turning out significantly, especially in the last 4 steps. Now, I don't know which hamstring you're saying was bothering you, but take a look at your sprint mechanics, and that could be causing or the reason why your hamstring is giving you a little bother. Now, let's talk about the actual event itself. You hit your goal, great. But I still think you have so much more in you. But you're gotta be willing to extend yourself a little bit more. What I mean is getting a little bit more aggressive in the last 4 steps of the approach. And as you hit your phases, your hop phase, increasing your hop phase a little bit longer and staying into your hop phase a little longer and holding yourself on the top during your step and your jump phase, and you'll be 40 plus feet. All right, we'll see you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. Wednesday being the track meet, Tuesday during the evening hours, and Monday during normal practice hours. Hopefully, it'll be a little warm. Talk to you soon. Cheers.